Chapter 20. Sri Sadguru said, in the holy Brindavan, there were two disciples of Sri Gauranga Deva named Roopa and Sanatana who were great devotees. They knew all the divine secrets of Bhakti Rasa. They were versed in all Shastras and were endowed with all noble qualities. They knew all the secret precepts of Sri Krishna's sportive deeds. They were illuminating the principles of bhakti. They were adorned with wisdom and indifference to worldly pleasures. They were great Bhagavatamas immersed in Gopi Prem. They had mutual affection and had unswerving faith in ascetic life. They were ceaselessly engaged in the service of Sri Krishna, Shyamasundara. They lived in Brindavan, endlessly performing Krishna Kirtan and always remaining happy. The younger Rupa Goswami was devoted to his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, just as Lakshmana was to Lord Rama. Rupa Deva took delight in writing many poems of devotion and reciting them out to his elder brother. In one of the poems, Rupa Deva had made a beautiful comparison of Devi Radha's braided hair to a black snake. Hearing this description, Sanatana became very sad. It is difficult even for sadhus to know the softness and tenderness of the hearts of one another. No one shall dare to compare the braid of Devi Radha, the very embodiment of the divine nectar, to a poisonous reptile. Thinking thus, Sanatana, the great Rasika, became very sad. He declined to listen to that poem and returned to his residence. On his way, he saw Devi Radha and Sri Krishna standing under a mandara tree on the bank of holy Yamuna. The place was graced by mild breeze, was filled with myriad flowers, and was reverberating with the chirping sounds of various birds. The bank of the Yamuna was delightful with countless melodious singing bees and koels. He saw under the tree Sri Shyamasundara, Sri Krishna, with fully blossomed countenance, resembling the full moon, standing in front of Devi Radha and playing very sweetly on flute. Seeing this, the great devotee, the most fortunate Sanatana, felt that his eyes were fulfilling his promise. Thus he experienced immeasurable joy. He saw again Devi Radha standing under the mandara tree, enchanted with melody of Sri Krishna's enthralling flute recital, thus intoxicated with great joy. The pious Sanatana was bewildered, seeing Devi Radha's beautiful plait resembling a black snake. The devotee thought that a black snake was hanging down from the head of Devi Radha. He experienced a mixture of emotions like anguish, consternation, and sorrow at the thought that Devi Radha, who had lost herself in joy born of Sri Krishna's darshan, was not aware of the snake. Gently agitated, Sanatana went near her and pulled the plait gently. Devi Radha was startled when her plait was pulled by someone even while Sri Krishna was in front of her. Holding her plate in hand, she turned to look back. Sri Sanatana, the devout Rasika, whose heart was brimful of prem, was disappointed to learn that it was not a snake but her plate. Hence he stood there with folded palms. Now Devi Radha saw the devotee Sanatana standing there with folded palms, and with a fake assumed anger she uttered the following sweet words to Sri Krishna. Sri Radha said, "O Nata, who is this bold young sannyasi? Even while you are near me, he is pulling my hair. He is not afraid, nor is he ashamed of his behavior." Sri Bhagavan asked, "Who are you, treading this Brindavan, which is inaccessible even to the Devas like Brahma, in the guise of a saint and acting as you like? Tell me." Sanatana replied, Deva, you have not made out who I am. I am Sanatani, your maidservant. Not knowing that and getting deceived by my appearance as a sannyasi, you are posing this question. I have taken up the disguise of a sannyasi just to have fun with you. Please know that I am the most fortunate Sanatani, the maidservant of you both. Sri Krishna said, "Let it be so. But why did you pull the hair of Devi Radha? Is it not an offense to tease one in inappropriate circumstances? Sanatana said, "O Lord, I mistook the curly hanging plaited hair to be a black snake. Deceived by the appearance, I pulled her hair. Please forgive me for this offense." Sri Krishna said, "My beloved Devi Radha is the very personification of divine nectar. How can you take her plate to be a poisonous snake?" Sri Sadguru continued, "When he was spoken to in this manner, the great Bhakta Sanatana became very sad as he was filled with prem. He now remembered the poem written by Roopa Deva. Instantly he fell down at the lotus feet of Krishna and fainted. Sri Govinda, the benefactor of Bhaktas, consoled him. The imaginations of the devotees immersed in Prema Bhakti are brought to life by Sri Krishna, who delights in all the emotional outbursts of the Bhaktas. The blissful imaginations that the pious Bhaktas visualize in their minds become actual experiences. These visions never remain untrue. The Rasika Sanatana came to Rupadeva and affectionately described him the sweet Leela of Sri Krishna. Sri Vrindavan, the ocean of mercy, causes the words of the Bhaktas to come true and never allows them to be falsified. Did he not forsake even his woe to make the promise of Bhishma come true? Those saintly brothers lived happily in the Nikunja, ceaselessly pondering on the mercy of Sri Krishna and heaving deep sighs of joy. Thus ends chapter 20, entitled Roopa Sanatana Charitam of Book 4 of Shri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.